Welcome to the 35th episode of ML Backstage. My name is Mars Luna,
And I'm Ethan.
and we're introducing this podcast straight from the sixth dimension. This is a music commentary podcast hosted by just Joshua Luna today. Holokahiki and Kainalu were unable to get the time differences right, so they're sitting this one out once again. Anyway, I'm excited to have back Sergio Jordan here with us. We need a Max Wynn. That's the name of his latest single. Earthlings, grab your popcorn and let's get started. Back to planet Earth we go!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 35 of the ML Backstage podcast. My name is Joshua Luna, and I'm usually joined in by my co-host, Holokahiki Toves and Kainalu Kamai. They are my photographers. They are my best friends. They're the ones who are on this journey with me. But because of time zone differences, Kainalu being in Hawaii, which is 3 hours behind me, and Holo is in Georgia, which is 2 hours ahead of me. So it's always kind of hard to find that balance these days. Excuse me. So in the meantime, while we try to figure that stuff out, I'm trying to fill in some of these episodes with some special guests. And I got a returning guest actually on this episode. We got the homie Serge Jordan, or Sergio Jamerison, better known as Serge Jordan in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back, bro. How you been?
I am good, man. That's a hell of an introduction. I'm sorry that I'm sorry that the bros couldn't be here, but
Nah,
we'll get it together. We'll get it
all
together.
good.
Welcome.
It's just time.
Feels good
It's
to
just,
be back.
It's just the timing. It's just the timing. It's all good. But what have you been up to lately?
Music, man. More trying to put the pieces to the puzzle together so I could, try to fade away from the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to make some music that I put myself in a place where I had to make the best music.
For
So
sure.
I was like, I want to quit.
I appreciate the transparency. I like that.
Yeah, but it made me fall. It made me fall in love with it again. Me wanting to quit made me fall in love with music again. It was like, you sure, bro?
That's a paradox. Yeah, because I think we talked about that briefly on Wednesday off air when we saw each other. It was just like, I want to transition. You were like, I want to transition to other stuff. Other stuff. It's like, I like that. I can relate. I can relate to that a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's more to life than just music. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah,
people try to box themselves in, and people try to like, you know, be like music's the end all be all as far as like musicians are concerned. But it's I like that. I mean, because we were talking about like Vince Staples, right, coming out with a new show.
Oh yeah, shout out Vince, man.
Shout out to Vince. One of the albums of the year for me last year.
Man, big facts.
One of the big albums for me. And I wanted to bring you on again because this is Black History Month. We want to honor and celebrate Black history, you know what I'm saying? But also, we work, so for those who are in need of context, you can go back to the last episodes that Serge Jordan was in. The title's called Special Guest Serge Jordan. Basically he was a fan. He found my music, and then we became peers and we became friends. That's basically the linear version of it. You can check that episode out. I'll tag that in the show notes below. But we worked on a music video together for one of your songs called Groupies.
Fun video, fun times.
Fun video. Times. So how did the process of that video go?
In the making, the process was, the process was just having being open to the idea of having friends again. Because I'm so used to being standalone, a loner in this game, and that was the whole process for me about that video. Like, how do I get people involved? Because I could easily shoot this video myself and just be another lonely video. Like, I just don't mess with nobody in the world. And I'm like, that's not my character, and I don't want people to see that in me. So I'm like, you know what, how do I open up? Let me invite some people like yourself, and let me, reach out to some people, people that I actually work with. They introduced me to Mel and Mar, the other co-host that was in the video with us, you know, was like, you know what, that's a wrap. They never heard of me ever, and it was like, you know what,
That's fire.
You know, it's like, we'll do it for free.
Like, yeah, that's what's up.
I was like, that's what's up. So that's how that process went.
Yeah, because I remember talking to them while we were like in behind the scenes filming, or we were like, you know, how do you guys know Serge? And they were like, they were like, we actually don't really know him at all, but we were just willing to do it. And I'm like, I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's fire.
I mess with that energy, man. I'm like, oh, you guys don't know me. You guys trust me.
And we didn't know each other. You know what I'm saying? But it was a fun time. It was a fun time for sure. Yeah. And there was also like a little bit of what's that movie? The movie about Facebook.
Oh, The Social Network.
The Social Network.
Hugely inspired by Mark Zuckerberg, or in the movie, you know, in the guy who played Mark Zuckerberg in the movie, Jesse Eisenberg. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I definitely wanted to tap into that when they was talking about the success of Facebook when they had groupies, and I was like, you know what? How do we interpret that into that bathroom scene, or that diner scene, or just embody that moment into that video?
Yeah, and shout out to the homie Cameron too. He did a killer job. He did a killer job on that.
Another energy, man. Another energy, man. I was just liking his photos. I just was searching for photographers in Vegas, and I was just liking his photos, and I reached out to him, and it was a wrap.
And he was just down to do it.
He was just down to do it. He's just another ball of energy, man. It's just like, you know, I'm where you want me to be.
Right.
I was like, all right, say less.
Yeah, that was fun. It was fun. Even getting to do like because I was the quote unquote pizza delivery guy, even though I wasn't meant to, even though I wasn't really delivering pizzas at all. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, it's kind of like dope dealers type stuff.
Okay, folks, that was like a spur of the moment type deal. So we wanted to just have Mars in there doing something. So he's like, you know what? Pizza. We was hungry. It is a great idea, and it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
It worked.
It's spontaneity. Cheers to spontaneity.
Yeah, and shout out to you, man, for being open, you know, to these ideas. You know, like, because, you know, so that's what it's about. That's why I'm still making music. It was like the Neo effect on the new Matrix. You know, I know the new Matrix gets so much, it gets so much bad critics, but I actually love it because the fact that Neo was still fighting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, for you to do, like, I'm paralleling that to you, to be in that video, being open-minded, you still fighting. I know you said you was in not inspired earlier before we talked, and it was like, okay, but you're still fighting. So that's the Neo in you, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. No, for sure. But I mean, like, stuff like that, like stuff like that, like being part of videos and stuff like that, that's stuff I love doing. I love doing that. I love doing that kind of stuff. Because, you know, because I used to do music videos way back in the day, like 6-7 years ago or so, like before the pandemic, basically. And then like with the homies, and then like the directions of music videos kind of changed, and then like we were all kind of headed different paths. So it was just like, yeah, it was fun. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. But which leads me to the next thing I wanted to bring up to you. Anita Max Wynn. Anita Max Wynn. We shot a video for me and Cameron. And who was the homie's name again? Who came through for like half an hour? Micah. You work with him, right?
Yeah, at a place that we're not going to say on camera, but
right.
Yes, I work with the homie. Yes.
Yeah. So I know it was like very last minute. I was kind of like,
screw it. I work at Sunglass Hut, people. Screw it. I work at Sunglass Hut, and I'm proud. And I'm proud.
Hey man, that's what's up. Shout out to Sunglass Hut.
Tell people to stop stealing glasses. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. No, shout out to the homie Micah for coming through, man.
Yeah,
no, that's real. That's real, man. Like,
people
need to hear real, man. I work.
Yeah, for sure.
We're winning. Me and Mars are winning because we work. We work hard for it, bro. We don't just sit around. We work.
Big facts. But Anita Max Wynn. So me and Cameron kind of and Micah came to help you out film the music video for your latest single. You actually dropped another version of the same single with
Oh yes. And I'm not
what's
done.
what's
I'm not done. I'm not
what's his
done,
name?
Mars.
Lau?
Vinny Lyle.
Vinny. Oh, okay. I got his name mixed up. My
Or
bad.
Loud, or you can say Loud. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Vinny Loud or Vinny Lyle, or my
Leo.
cousin
Okay.
Vinny. That's another nickname of him as
Okay, my
well.
cousin Vinny. Because he
And
just
he's
followed me on Instagram.
actually my cousin Vinny. And shout out to my cousin Vinny.
Hey, that's your actual cousin. That's what's up.
That's my actual cousin. My mom and well, his mom and my dad are twins.
Oh, no way. That's
Real
what's
facts.
up. That's what's up. But yeah, Anita Max Wynn. So I was listening to the song on the way to your house when we were going to when we were going to film the video, and then like I didn't know what the title was until I heard the hook several times. I was like, oh, okay, Anita Max Wynn, Okay, I feel that. I received that. So that I just want to let you know that it was like, okay, it took me a few times, but I was like, and a good play on words. It was a good play on words there.
No, it was good. It was shout out to Drake, man. Like it was Drake. It was Drake in the universe and the powers of TikTok. And I was like it was a song that I like. The verses on that song was already written prior to the last album of Josephine, and it was originally called Drowning, and I was like. It's just sat in my vault and just sat in my vault, but I always loved what I did with the verses. And then when I got that beat, it was already named Anita Max Wynn, and it just clicked.
Gotcha.
It just clicked with me. I was like, you know what? If not me, then who? You know what I'm saying? It was like the universe was calling out to me to make this record, and I was like, you know what? It just caught me at the right time, at the right moment. That's what, and it worked, and it's working as we speak. So like, and I'm loving every bit of it. So if it does what it does, or if it doesn't, I'm happy that I put that into the universe so people could have fun with it. And
for sure,
it's going to be a third installment as well. So get ready to club. Let's get ready to party.
Okay. Sergi cooking in the lab. I like that.
I can't stop, man. I want to quit, people.
Music
keeps calling me back.
The more you keep going, the less you want to quit. So
the less I want to quit.
That's the way of life. It's the way of life, bro. And you can expect that video coming out. I don't know when it.
Towards the end of the month, man. I got to go to St. Louis to film some more parts at the end of this month with my cousin Vinny. Yeah, we so probably like top of what's the next month? February? No, we're
March.
in February. March. So top of March. Yeah, definitely top of March.
Damn, we're in March already, bro. That's crazy. About to enter March. That's crazy.
I know, man. We're like 6 months in already.
That's crazy. Way too fast.
Way too fast.
But it was fun. It was fun. Trying to make the most out of our resources, like we were talking about earlier. You know, just like whatever stuff you got in your room, whatever stuff you got in your kids' room, we just used that. We used like some Care Bears that were kind of like it was like a very interesting juxtaposition where like one of the Care Bears was like, you know, in a state of utopia and the other one was like pissed off. That was like the Korean
the Korean
plush toy.
Animal. Yeah, he's awesome. I'm gonna try to get him. Hold on, let me get my homie.
Okay.
Come on, Anita Max Wynn.
Okay. So for those who are listening on Spotify or Apple, Sergi just grabbed one of the plush toys that we used for his Anita Max Wynn video.
Anita Max Wynn. Shout out to Drake, man. Like like I said, I'm always gonna pay homage to the people that inspired me. You know what I'm saying? I was super inspired by that, and you know what I mean. So pushing the culture forward. It just like I said, you know, Anita Max Wynn, man.
For sure.
That's where we at. That's where we at in life right now, I guess.
Yep.
I'm super competitive. You know what I'm saying? So you know, like when I heard something like that, like damn, like it was. Then when I heard the beat, I was like, okay. I'm like, I gotta make it. It's fire. I already got the verses for it. Why not?
Right. I think I'm competitive towards things that matter to me.
Yes.
If it's like a little game that I'm playing with some friends that doesn't have like any lasting effect on whatever, then I don't really care. But if it's like a life, not life or death, but if it's like there's a sense of urgency involved, then I'm competitive. So selective competitiveness is what I call it.
I love that. I love that. That's perfectly worded, man. Me as well. Yeah, I mean, I love to compete. I mean, and the music is competitive. I mean, like, but it's
Yeah.
also can bring people together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to compete against like just try to be the goat or anything like that. I'm just trying
Right.
to compete just to push people to make people make the best art.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
competitive
for
about.
sure. For sure. Like I played a game of Mafia with like last
Ooh,
week or so with some friends for
okay.
like a game night thing. And I was one of the mafias, but I didn't care if I got eliminated because at the end of the day it doesn't matter to me that much. But like
Yeah.
when it comes to like, you know, music or like or something that I'm good at, then like yeah, it's that's where the competitiveness really comes in. So
I received that. I actually play on a basketball team, believe it or not, and I suck. So Serge Jordan cannot hoop right now.
damn,
I don't know if it's
that's
me right
crazy.
now, or is it the team, or just nerves or anything like that. But
Mm.
I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Because I've scored some points, but some games I don't score nothing, and I'm okay with that, man. But I
What's
get
your
up there and
position?
still compete. The
What position
bench,
you play?
the bench.
The bench.
I play the bench. No, but it's not my team, so I didn't put the team
Right, right.
together. So I mean, like,
Okay,
so
okay.
I don't really make the rules. So I don't mind coming off the bench in this situation, give them some energy, and get
Yeah.
back on the bench and try to win some games. But I'll figure it out. I'm gonna keep going. It's weird playing regulated basketball.
Oh,
It's not like just pickup, you know, where we could just switch up
mm,
teams until we figure it out.
right,
This one you got to figure it out with these same 5 or 7 guys, you know. So we
right.
just trying to trust each other, and I'm gonna keep going. We're mid season right now, so hopefully we
Mm.
could try to get this together before the playoffs start.
Yeah, that's what's up. I didn't know that. Learn something new
Oh,
every day.
oh yeah, man. Like I said, I'm competitive. I'm back in college, and so I've been doing a lot of things, man. So
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So I listened to your album, Josephine. Um,
yeah, man.
from top to bottom.
Good times.
It reminded me of so my favorite songs are Groupies. That was one of my favorites. Um,
Thank
and
you.
and I know Yes Surge was interesting because I remember you posted something about Instagram. That phrase was based off of something that Morgan and I said.
Oh yeah,
Morgan
you
also
guys inspired that.
shout out friend of the
Shout
pod.
out
Shout
Morgan.
out to Morgan Wright, you know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out Morgan.
Um and you can view his episode as well, but um or two episodes. But yeah, I didn't know that. Like I didn't know that at all. Was that from the show that we did
Oh
a few
yeah,
years
yeah,
ago
yeah.
or
So back
last year?
to play on back to Anita Max Wynn, right? So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when people say things to me, you know what I'm saying, like when I'm listening to people, sometimes it sticks
Mm.
in a good way.
Right, right. Yeah.
And yes, Surge was one of those ones that stuck. I was like, you know, I got to make a song or a merch or some shirts or T-shirts or something with Yes Surge, but it just happened to be a song. So I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, cool, I'll take it.
Hey, that's dope, bro. It's funny because my best friends are the same way with me. So it's like there are some nicknames that like I gave my friends back in high school, and
Yeah.
whenever it comes up in conversation, they take it and they run with it today. So it's like it's like okay, y'all get
Facts.
like Kai. You remember you like Kai who was on this on your last
Oh
episode.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Shout
Like
out Kai.
he was a back in high school, like I gave him the nickname Nalumon, Nalumon, like you know, kind of like a reggae tone to it, but like it was just something I gave to him in jest because he's so naturally like irie all the time, and he just took
Right.
that and ran with it, like and he like 11, 12, 13 years later, he still has that as like his nickname, so it's even his Instagram username. So like shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? That was just a random like
You
antidote.
never know who you aspire, man.
Yeah.
Like my homie Kato, he reached out to me. He was telling me how dope you were earlier and stuff like that. I think he
Mm.
followed you on Instagram, Blame Society.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was like, oh man, he's
Shout out
like,
to
man,
him.
dude. He's like, man, that dude is so dope. Man, like, I've been a fan since Full Circle and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, dude.
Yeah, I saw
I'm
the
like,
comment on. I saw the comment. It was like the dude in the hat. I think I
yeah,
remember him.
yeah, yeah. So
And
you
then he
never
asked me
know.
whether I
You
was in the
never
video.
know. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
just never
never know,
know.
man.
That's fire.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm shout out to Kai for running with that. That's what I mean. Like you never know who's watching or who's
Right,
taking
right.
what from you. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
just
so yeah, just keep being a vessel. Like I
yeah,
was at this
for sure.
radio show when I was called the Dan Lebitard show over the top of Circle the other day. You know, I was
Oh no
watching Wu
way.
Tang. Yeah, I was watching Wu Tang. Right, just see what I'm saying? Like I was just
Yeah.
watching Wu Tang, and I got to see Method Man. I'm just looking at Method Man. He doesn't know who I am in the crowd, but
Right,
one day,
right.
hopefully, I get to tell him that. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping for. But you know what I
Hey,
mean?
hey man, it all comes around full circle. You know what I'm saying?
No pun intended.
No pun intended. It goes around full
No
circle,
pun
bro.
intended. We're trying to
Yeah,
sell records.
Serge.
Let's sell records. Full Circle is out on DSPs. Plug.
Yes,
Anyway.
sir.
Featuring
But
Mars.
oh yes, Serge. But yeah, the other favorite that I had was the Beach Boys.
Oh yeah.
And I remember this one because
I like the Beach Boys.
You actually sent me the original beat for the Beach Boys.
I did. He hustled.
And I just for some reason like I liked it a lot, but then I kind of just received a lot of emails and because that's what happens all the time and it's like because I
Yeah.
read through my emails and I think I just forgot to like star it, so I just forgot about it. And then you sent it to Jordan J, and then he ended up
Shout
getting
out Jordan J.
Jordan J.
Jordan J.
And then
Jordan
like
J is a good guy. Hold up, time out. We gotta give some flowers out. Shout
yes
out
sir.
Jordan J. He is one of the most realest people you'll ever meet too, man. This guy fronted not he just donated like a couple $100 to my cause just because he wanted to see
Oh
me
no way.
still. He just wanted to
Yo,
see me keep pushing forward. We're both from the same city. Get that
that's
man his
fire.
flowers. He's a dope MC. I was glad I was able to pay that homage, man, and give him that shot because he deserved that shine.
Yeah, no, he killed that. He killed that
Yeah,
for
he
sure.
did. And that verse was fire. Shout out Jordan J.
And yeah, so what is your favorite song from Josephine? And what what are the origins of that project?
What is my favorite song from Josephine? One of them didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? Make the album cut that I didn't get to put on there. What's the actual theme song called Josephine? It's
Oh.
actually in my vault. It was because it was something about the beat, you know what I'm saying, when I was mixing and mastering it. It was just off, and then I fixed it afterwards, and then about the time I fixed it, I was on to another project. But just on that one, it depends on what mood I'm in. I could start with just the opening track. You know, man, I could listen to the opening track forever. You know, I mean, like Open Bars, like that's a fun record for me. It reminds me of like if it was me featuring Janae Aiko. So shout out it's an artist that's in what she's from Jakarta, Indonesia. It's Jakarta.
Jakarta, yeah.
She's Anissa Diadra, I think. That's her name.
Yeah,
Shout out her.
Sounds about right.
I found this lovely voicestress on Fiverr, believe it or not. And she just we got me and her got a new song on my new album too. And she just been bodying. It's been chemistry, like nonstop chemistry with me and her as well. It's like so Open Bar is one of them. Of course, Yes Surge was one of the fun records. It just depends on what mood I'm in because I can go with Home Alone. You know, like Home Alone is like
I like that one too.
Yeah, Home Alone is a super old. It stems from 2011. Yeah, I've been making music that long, people. So what? Stop judging me. But it took me years to perfect that one right there. I say Home Alone because it took me years to perfect that song. Like the first time I recorded Home Alone, I freestyled the whole thing. So I always had the skeletons of the verses and the hook, and it used to have a guy, one of my friends named Shane on the hook back in the day. And then as I grew older, got wiser, got better and stuff like that, the words, I was like, you know what song didn't get enough shine was that song Home Alone. And it wasn't really originally called Home Alone. It was just called Home. But it was about a bad breakup I had in 2011. Shout out to that person. But
Mm-hmm.
it was just made. I made sure I wanted to get it out there. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I gotta leave it out there, and that's one of those ones. Home Alone, and shout out to Vinny Lio, my cousin Vinny, for seeing the vision and adding his own spin to it as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yeah, yes, Serge. Um, so I think the last album that you worked on, because you have a lot of albums out, but the last album that you made before Josephine, Slightly Taller in Person, which features a song called Full Circle that the two of us did way back in 2021.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
can you can you give a quick breakdown of that album and how do you feel like you've grown from that record to Josephine?
I think I'm back at that moment.
Mm,
To be completely honest, saying to play on that full circle moment, you know what I mean? Because what I was trying to do with Slightly Taller in Person, I think I just did with this next project. You know what
that's
I mean? Like,
interesting.
yeah, I mean, like, because when I think about it, I'm like, when I'm listening back to this project, what I'm working on, and versus that or any of the those projects, but specifically that one, I was like, this is like parallel. They could almost be a series, but I had to give this one his own name, and it's called
Mhm.
It's called The Air and Other People. You heard it here first, people.
Ooh, the errand of the people. You heard it here on ML Backstage.
Yes, The Air and Other People. The Air. I say it again. The Air and Other People. That's the name of the
Ooh,
album.
ooh. Okay. I like
Um,
that. I like that.
thank you. Yeah. Shout out Michael Jordan. He inspired it. I was
Yeah.
watching Last Dance. I was
Yeah,
watching The Last Dance,
I
and
was gonna
yeah,
say, yeah. It
yeah,
sounds like somebody watched The Last Dance. I actually have not watched that yet, but I
yeah,
probably should have. I'm slacking.
yeah. And it was just a random quote he just said. You know what I mean? Like he was like, So I was like, okay, I like that. I'm running with it. That's the name of the album.
Mm,
Um, but listening to that album, and that's one of my favorite albums, man. Like that. I mean, yeah, they're all my babies. It just depends on what mood I'm in, man. So, but the growth. Excuse me, guys. I don't think, if anything, is I got more resilience of making more purpose driven music.
mm-hmm.
It just got more meaning behind it now. You know what I'm saying? Like even then, you know what I'm saying? Like it had meaning though. That's just what's elevating. And I'm not trying to elevate it like that. It's just happening within me. It just the universe is speaking through me, and then I'm just going off of feeding off the energy of what's around me and the elements around me. And so that's the difference between that album and this album. But they're both twins if we put them parallel together. But this one's more polished with with the with the level of where I'm rapping and stuff like that. But
For
everything
sure.
was hot then. I love that album. Shout out to you on that album as well.
But, oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, when is the when do you think so the next Serge Jordan project was actually the next question I was gonna ask you, but you actually already answered that. When do you think that's gonna come out?
When Mars Luna gets on Ghostbusters.
Okay, okay. And let me get my voice back first. Let me get the voice back
That's when
first.
that. So we got some time, people. And
Okay.
also Anissa, I'm just calling her Nice because I'm butchering her name. When she's done with her record that I finished up sent to her, it'll be out. I'm dropping it as soon as those records are turned in. I'm not holding
Okay.
it. I'm just going to drop it. Like I didn't think I'll be back this soon. I want to quit, but I can't because I keep getting inspired by shit. I'm like,
There you go.
sorry for cussing on your
No,
platform. I was
bro,
trying
I
not to,
don't, bro,
because that's
do
one thing,
you,
I don't
bro?
cuss in my music because I don't cuss in my music no
Do
more. But
you, bro?
I'm a human being, so
Do you, bro? I don't care.
yeah,
I don't care.
yeah.
But
So once those records are in, you'll have it. I'll stop being Kanye ish. I'll you know what I mean I'll right now I'm on my Kanye with the Anita Max Wynn. You're gonna hear different versions of
oh
that.
man, that's funny. That's funny. All right. So, at the end of every ML Backstage podcast episode, I usually have a closing question that's either philosophical, that's either funny or a general question that kind of relates to the theme of the episode, the theme of the Mars Luna album or single project that we're talking about, or in this case, special guest. So, we're both artists here, and or pretty much everybody deals with this kind of stuff, but everybody got doubters, everybody got haters. So the question is, I have a few questions that kind of tie together. So the questions are, do you have haters? If so, would you rather prove yourself right, or would you rather prove the haters wrong?
I was thinking I was thinking about that. Ever since I'm trying to get this right, people. Hold on, get my voice right. I will say this, man. Since the beginning of this journey, basically since the internet. So I've been doing music for a long time. So since the beginning of the internet, it's been 50-50 with people. They either like my music or they don't. I don't really consider them haters. So if I have any haters, I don't know who they are. And and that's a good thing. And if they are there, if they are there, so what? I mean, somebody needs somebody to hate on. So yeah, feel free, hate on me, do what you got to do. See, back if I'd answered that a couple, like maybe 10 years ago, I probably would like, no, I don't want people hating on me. But now it's like, I got the skin to take it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm like, okay, so do what you got to do. So back to that beginning of the internet thing is 50-50. There's 7 billion people in this world. So you either like my music or you don't.
Right.
And I don't got time to figure out who don't like it.
Yep.
It doesn't bother me no more. It used to. It was like 10 years ago. It did. I'm like, oh, you don't like my music, man. I really suck, man. I really need to quit. Like I've been trying to quit, but but you know what I mean. But the art form keeps. I will never tell nobody to quit their dreams. So this is one thing about me. I don't care what you sound like, how you sound. You know what I mean. So or what you look like. I'm never going to tell you to just give up on yourself. I might help you, critique a few things, saying like that, but I'm never going to tell you to stop dreaming, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a keyboard warrior just saying that that gets off saying you suck. It's not my bag. It's not my DNA. But if that is you, a lot of time on your hands.
Right.
and shout out you, because we need you too. Don't say we need you for dialogue, whoever you are. And I'm pretty sure after this next album, I mean, people will find a new reason, a reason to hate me, but I don't, it is what it is. I mean, like, I'm a competitive person, and if you feel like you're getting dunked on by my next album, it is what it is.
It's like, oh well.
Yeah, I'm going to dunk on a few people in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the top of the Billboard charts, it's just a rim right there.
So you channel your inner MJ, bro.
Oh yeah, and I can't hoop right now, but play me 1-on-1 anybody. Let's go.
I think for me, like,
what about you, man? You feel like you got haters?
I don't know if I really view them that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
I'm glad you answered that like that. Yeah.
I think because it all depends on like where do you want to direct your energy towards.
Facts.
You know what I'm
we
saying?
live in an energy-based place, people.
I don't mean that in some mystical way, but it's more so like who do you want to like shift your attention towards? Right? Like, I mean, some people are legitimately like driven by those things. You know what I'm saying? But that's not me. That's not me though. I know like it all depends on like it depends on how you see yourself and how how you see, what your value and what your worth is. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's in general, whether it's in the marketplace. I know what I'm capable of when I'm healthy. So it's like, I believe in myself. It's more like I word it this way. Like if there was a pool of singers to choose from, I would always choose myself. I would choose myself first.
Love that.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I'm the same. I'm the same way. Let's go.
But yeah. So to answer that question, I would probably say the motivation is to prove myself right, to prove that I'm a better version of myself than I was yesterday, and just try to keep getting better that way, as opposed to like channel it towards a more external force, I guess, for if you
Yeah, because I
want
don't
to
want
word
to
it
be
that
beaten
way.
on. I don't want to be beaten on the wall either. So I'm with you. I don't want to. I'm not. I'm competitive with myself. At this point, I'm
Yeah,
battling me.
yeah.
I was like, I'm not battling nobody else. You know what I'm saying? If somebody wants to battle or anything like that, I don't have time for it. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't. I'm
Hmm.
gonna say what I gotta say because it is. If I have an idea and then I feel like it's okay to say, I'm gonna probably express it. If I feel like it's not okay, I'm not gonna express it. But as long
Wow.
as my family loves my music, man,
Facts.
and I got, yeah, that's all that matters to me. That I feel like what you were just saying is that I'm a better person than I was yesterday. That's what it is. That's what it's about. That's what I keep going. I'm with you
Hmm.
on that. I receive that.
And also, like, you can't control people's perception of you.
Facts.
You know, like however people feel about you is the way your people are going to feel about you. As long as you express your authentic self, whether it's in art or not in art, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you express your authentic self every day, and as long as you're a genuine person, and as long as you do things the right way, and do right by people, then it's like, what's the reason for people to hate on you in the first place? Then if you do everything the right way, and if people still hate on you, that's their problem.
100%. I agree with that, man.
Yeah, those are Mark
No,
Mike
no, no,
drop.
no. Those are some mic drops right there, people. You know what I mean? They just keep living, keep moving. Yeah, man. Life is a series of moments, man, and it is what it is. Keep pushing forward. Nobody's perfect. Why waste time on stuff that doesn't matter in the first place?
Facts.
Sure, it's gonna stir you up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you're immune. No, everybody's immune to it. You're gonna hear it.
Yeah,
You might want to cry, but pick yourself up, keep your head up. It's okay.
yeah. And I feel like that's a good ending spot right there. So, thank you so much to everyone who's been listening and watching these ML Backstage podcast episodes. Uh, Thank you again to Sergi for hopping on again for your second episode. Um, oh.
I want to say something. I want to say something. I was in the Anita Max Wynn video and I didn't get no freaking pay.
For those listening, Sergi brought his Anita Max Wynn plush toy to say something on the mic. And yeah,
I
and
don't get no royalties.
I need
No
you to pay
royalties.
me. You put
Oh,
me through. It's
whatever.
like you put me through this.
Ladies and
Man,
gentlemen,
that's crazy.
thank you for having me, man. I can't wait for
Yeah,
your next
bro.
movement. I support you. I love you.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go, man.
So yeah, bro. You can follow Sergi um on Instagram, X. You're on there. You're on those, right?
At Serge Jordan, man. At Serge Jordan,
Serge
across the
Jordan on
board,
everything.
across the board, man. I'm easy to find. Just Google me, man. It's something to pop up.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's on there. And you can follow me on Instagram at Luna B Joshua. You can follow all of Mars Luna's music stuff on uh Instagram, X, Threads, TikTok at It's Mars Luna. You can find me there. And on my website at itsmarsluna.com. And you can follow Mars Luna on Spotify and Apple Music, as well as Serge Jordan. Follow him on Spotify. He be dropping stuff regularly. So check him out, check us out, check out Josephine, check out New Orbit. Um, and stay tuned for the next episode where we will talk about the next Mars Luna release that's coming up next month. So stay tuned. We're gonna celebrate and commemorate the 3-month anniversary of New Orbit with a special release. So hope you all have a good rest of your night, day, wherever you are, and stay tuned for the next episode. And and listen to all the music, y'all. So as Mars Luna likes to say, embrace your odyssey, embrace the strange. Bye, guys.
Spoil anything this time, Joshua.
That's a first.
I should know better than to trust him, Ethan. Oh well. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of the ML Backstage podcast. If you liked what you heard, follow us on Spotify and Anchor, and subscribe to us on Apple and YouTube at ML Backstage. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at It's Mars Luna. You can find all of my music on Spotify and Apple Music, and on my website at itsmarsluna.com. Thank you to Serge Jordan for coming on, and thank you all for listening. You can follow Serge Jordan on all streaming platforms at Serge Jordan. Next month, we'll have new music, and that automatically means a new episode. Bye!